So, day one I spawned into a plains biome. Saw some cows, which were beautiful as always, and then I cut down an oak tree. Quite a long one, I might say. I crafted my oak logs into planks and made a crafting table. I then scurried along the plains biome searching for somewhere to live. I was going to place my crafting table, then didn't, and I eventually found a puddle which had cobblestone in it. I excitedly collected the cobblestone and then struggled to swim out of the puddle. This is a very embarrassing thing, as it in fact is just a puddle. As you can see, shifting is not how you swim. I then was excited because I found a spruce biome, and spruce wood is in fact my favorite wood, as is basically everyone's. Then I cut down a few trees and got ready for my house building. Tree number 1 broken, and tree number 2. I cleared out the area for my house, trying to think of an idea of what I should build. I then thought of this cool frame camp idea. I'm still not sure what it is completely, but as you can see here, I'm busy building it. I used the outline out of spruce planks, which I think looks pretty good. There you can see the frame. And then I finished it off on the other side. I will not be able to finish my house on the first day. I'll have to finish it off tomorrow, but I smelted my steak, or my raw meat, while I got ready to think. Then I actually fell into a ravine. Yes, a ravine that was under my house. While everything was trying to shoot me, I managed to build up and scurry away, trying to build to my house. Then I spotted some coal, which I decided to get so I can get some torches, so I wouldn't be blind for the rest of the day. I then, after collecting enough coal to make a few torches, I decided to light up my area. I was only able to make 8 torches, but that was enough to suffice my needs. And then, after smelting my iron I collected in the ravine after falling, I for some reason made shears. But then I remembered, oh yes, I need a bed. I saw a sheep and quickly ran to get its wool, but then a zombie attacked. Being a coward I was, I ran away from the 2 zombies, seeing another sheep. Collecting its wool was just enough to make me a bed. I then proceeded to try kill those 2 zombies, and then a creeper wanted to join them. Oh, lovely. I killed them all and then I slept. That was the end of day 1. Day 2, I wanted to try finish off my house. I went to collect some materials and ate some steak. I proceeded to get oak wood because I thought that oak wood would look great with spruce. I stripped the logs and made it almost like a camp, but instead of, a camp, I guess. I then stripped the logs, fell down from my house, and was like, that dirt shouldn't be there. So then I used my shovel to get rid of the unwanted dirt, and then I admired my house. It was still not done. I still have some more stuff to do. I then proceeded to add some fences and gates. Then I wanted to get some more wood because you could never have too little wood. Wood is the most needed thing in Minecraft. I also got some leaves and placed them upon my house to make it have an overgrown vibe to it. Me likey. And then it was almost the end of day 2. Well, it was. It's day 3 now. I proceeded to use my shovel to break the floor to replace it with a better looking one. This is quite an annoying task, only having a stone shovel, but then I quickly replaced it with oak planks, which I think looks quite snazzy. I then took my flowers and also went to get some more so I could decorate my area. I quickly got some lilacs and whatever the other one is called. Who actually remembers the English flowers? I think it's Lily of the Valley. Who actually remembers those? I quickly scurried to my house and then saw a sheep, which I ran past. My house is coming along nicely, but it's still far from done. I placed my newly gone flowers and got some blue dye as it is day 4 now. I tried to jump into my house but failed miserably. I tried again and then succeeded. I wanted a blue bed, but maybe later on I'll change the colour. I placed my bed with excitement and made some bushes out of the leaves from the shears I got on day one. My vibe for this series is definitely going to be overgrown. So I placed the bushes and got rid of one of my lily of the valleys because it was in the way of my wrath. I slept for the end of day 4. On day 5, for some reason, I was looking at my coordinates when there was no need to, but then after that, I quickly was deciding what to do. I thought maybe I should go mining. So I went down into the mines and then eventually found a small cave with a lava pool and some iron. I collected the iron, me only having an iron axe in my arsenal, and smelted it. And I was going to make a bucket with this, but I still needed a little more to be smelted. I then made my path out of gravel, which I was pretty happy with, I might say so. There's going to be a lot of path making in this series, so get ready for that. I then got ready for making my wheat farm as I got the water to place in places. And then I used my hoe to hoe the fields. Then I quickly scurried back to my house after getting some wood. Ran past my little beehive because I needed to make some fences for my farm. I used a mix of cobble fences and wooden fences. I accidentally destroyed my flower while trying to get rid of something. I quickly placed it back, bringing back the harmony of the world, and then stared into nothing. Came back and quickly ran back to my house. I jumped in excitement looking at my farm, but it was not done. There was still a lot to do. I carried on with my path still that day, but then I realized it was getting dark and quickly ran back to my house because I needed to sleep and regain my energy for the next day. I quickly slept for the end, and that was the end of day 5. On day 6, why is my date on? I quickly made a nether portal. This didn't take me long as I used the quick method with only using buckets. Using the speedrun style nether portal, I quickly made my nether portal. And it didn't take too long, but I almost died by the lava while making it. Twice, actually. I had to quickly scurry into a hole for the strip mining, but then I finished it. I'm a perfectionist while making the nether portals because I have to make it all sides to make it work. I then made my flint and steel and got ready to go to the nether. I quickly got into my portal and saw the swirling go over my screen. I went into the nether and was put into a nether ravine, which is not the greatest spawn ever. It was then day 7 while I was still in the nether and quickly ran back because there was nothing really interesting to do in there. I think when I do up to day 50 next time, I'll go into the nether for a proper look. I then carried on making my path by adding some gravel to make it look better. This path is basically the end of the path. I then quickly made a bridge across the river and ran back to the house to sleep. I think my area is quite nice so far, but there's still a lot I'm going to do these days. I slept, and that was the end of day 7. On day 8, I quickly finished my bridge by adding fences so I wouldn't fall off while doing the bridge. I broke my mistake and replaced it with not a mistake. And then I had to do the other side of the bridge, which I quickly wanted to finish. I looked at the bridge and started finishing it off. I will make this bridge better in the next 25 days, but for now this will be good for going across the river across these 25 days. I went back in the nether to see if there was anything else I could do, but all I got was a little bit of gold, which isn't the best really, it wasn't that much. But then I proceeded to almost die by these piglins. I quickly built up with 2 netherrack and 2 chests, with 3 chests actually. I then looked in my inventory to see if I had anything, and I jumped onto my nether portal. I only had 3 hearts. Instead of eating, I for some reason killed the piglin from above. I then ate a piece of steak and fell down to go into the nether portal, waiting for the piglin. After going back to the overworld, the piglin turned into a zombified piglin. I pushed it back into the hole a little more and covered it up. No one has to know about that guy. I proceeded to get some more oak wood for some projects I was hoping to do in the series. I then stared at the above, snapped back into existence, and got some more wood. I ran back to the house as it was the end of day 8. I slept. Then, on day 9, I proceeded to look at the days. And I thought I need to organize my chests because they were looking kind of messy. So I made item frames and started listing the chests with different things. I replaced the grabber with cobble to make it more recognizable. This organizing took most of day 9, but then I went back mining. While I was mining, I found some gold, which will be quite handy later on in the series. I then went back up so I could sleep because I forgot to bring a bed with me. This was the end of day 9. Day 10, I woke up to a nice morning, looked around and went back into the mine. Or did I? I then ran and I wanted to get the honey because I had 2 nests, but only one of them had a campfire underneath, so only one of them was accessible. I went into the mines, looked at my coordinates, and quickly ran around looking for some stuff. I got some iron, which would be very handy as I still don't have full iron armor yet. I think that was 4 pieces of iron if I recall. And I also got some coal. I ran through the mine a little more, seeing if I could find anything useful. And then I looked around some more. Found a huge lava pool over there. A mistake. And then something was going to happen. I took the bucket in the hand, placed a bit of cobble, broke some stone, and I found 2 veins of diamonds right next to each other. I lit up the area in case there were any creepers or zombies lurking. I almost lost one of the diamonds by lava, but I quickly picked it up and blocked the area. Then I proceeded to see how many diamonds were in the other vein, and it was 6. 6 diamonds, that's quite a lot. Eventually you'll see I made a mistake while crafting stuff with the diamonds, but you'll have to wait a second to see that. Collected all my diamonds and I found some more gold. Lots of gold I've been finding recently. I searched the tunnels, but there seemed to be nothing there. I collected everything useful in that cave. All that was left was some redstone. But then I eventually actually found some more iron, which is pretty good I guess. After collecting all my iron, I then smelted it and decided what to craft with my diamonds. With my diamonds, I made a pickaxe, an axe, and for some reason a sword. I realize now that I should have actually made an enchantment table, but I guess I'll have to wait later on to get some more diamonds to do that. At least I'll be more prepared. I then got even more oak wood, went over my bridge, and quickly ran back to the base. This area is nowhere near complete, and at the end of the series you'll see I actually did some terraforming, new bases, more farms, so you have to stay tuned for that. I accidentally took some honey and angered a bee because there was a campfire under that slab, but I'm guessing the fence post must have made the bee angry. I ran around trying to not get stung because I really didn't want my bee to die. I then broke the slab underneath thinking that was the problem. I then did a little circle, checked back, but the bee wasn't angry with me anymore. I ran to the other hive where it was perfectly fine, and I took my honey and left. I did a little bit more farming because this wheat farm is is like barely even covered with seeds. Only a small portion of it is actually ready. I ran around, went back to the base, and wrote down it was day 11. This was a separate time of me playing the game, so I just had to recall what day it was. I opened the fence, closed the fence, and did a little bit more farming. I would need a lot more wheat if I wanted to start a cow farm. Did a little more farming. And then I saw a campfire smoke in the distance. I knew that was a spruce village, so I quickly ran towards it. Excited, because a village would be so good right now, but I'm not prepared enough to use a village. So I'll use it the next 25 days. But I still wanted to loot it. It was a village. I stole one of their purple beds because I thought it was pretty, and then searched the village for more materials. They had pumpkins. I jumped into the pumpkins and stole 2 of them. They have quite a few villagers here. They were all having a party by the well. This house had nothing in, which was a disappointment. Then I carried on searching. Next it was day 12. I came back with some more peonies to decorate my area. I then decided to do some terraforming because it was looking quite ugly over here in this area. I placed some more dirt, making it look a little bit more natural, like it would in real life. But you'll see it'll get a lot better soon. I then proceeded to add cobble and decided stone to give it an effect that it's actually a hill. Placed some more dirt, but it was starting to get dark, so I had to sleep soon. I was prepared to make this look nice. I needed to make this look nice. I then slept, and I proceeded to make this in day 13 and 14. I added leaves to give it an overgrown effect, and then I placed coarse dirt in my path, which actually made it a really nice effect. I love doing this while making paths in my worlds. I then smelted some cobble to make stones across my place, to make this place look even more natural. These are quite big rocks, but I think I will eventually make smaller ones to make it look better. I proceeded to make some buttons, which kind of look like little pebbles when you place them along your world. My inventory is so messy this whole 25 days. I am sorry about that. I finished off another rock, made some more buttons, and then made another path going past my terraformed hill. And soon this place will become a potato farm. This path took quite a while to make, as it is the day 13 and 14 together for this. But it was eventually done. I then, after finishing off my paths, I scurried home and needed to sleep because it was the end of day 14. Next, day 15. Day 15, I carried on doing chores around the place, making the paths easier to get up with, did a little more stuff. It was mostly just path work. I also went back to the village to see if they had potatoes for me, because I only had 4 potatoes, and that's not enough to start a farm. The problem with spruce villages is that there are mountains all around them, and it's really hard to bring them with you. So that's going to be a mission for the next time. I ate some bread, as I do have a wheat farm. And then I got a piece of dirt, built up, and found a little farm. The Plains Biome villages are so useful for their farms, the buildings. It has a lot more stuff than the other ones. I then thought I should singularly try get the potatoes, and I thought, nah, I'm just gonna break everything. Collected everything they had and ran back. I also got some sweet berries. I took a little damage and went back, and I admired the area for a little bit. I then planted the rest of my wheat seeds I collected and started working on my potato farm. I covered up this little lake as it was in the way of my home. And then it was the end of day 15. Day 16 will be another day of farming. This actually is full day 16, 17, and 18. That's how long it took me to start doing this stuff. I've also, as you can see, I put the beeswax around my path area to give it a more natural texture-like vibe. I then need to make the fence around my potato farm area because I don't want zombies trampling over my farm. It also just makes it look better, in my opinion. I started trying to figure out how I was supposed to make this path look better while trying to make the farm. I kept on going back and forth, tried going through, and then I hoed the land with my iron hoe, slowly upgrading throughout the series. I placed more buckets, failing and not breaking the dirt completely. This will be quite a big potato farm, but it'll be all worth it for the potatoes. I went back to the house to get more materials for what I was doing. And look through all my chests. Even though my chests are organized, I still don't have them very well. I then went back into the ravine because I wanted bones for bone meal so I would get more potatoes. I almost died, but I managed to use my shield to my advantage. Ate some bread and it just came to me. We need social distance in those COVID times. And then I took those Karens and slapped them with my sword. They refused to fight each other. I slapped them both and killed them. I ate some bread. I also then proceeded to get some spruce wood for my build I'm going to be doing next, the next project. And I started working on my next project, which is a barn. So, because I really badly need some cows, because I'm going to start working on getting enough bookshelves for enchantment table. I then used spruce planks for the interior of the build. This used a lot of spruce planks. As you can see, I'm getting more spruce wood for this build. This took a while to build. The barn is definitely, it was quite hard, and I'm pretty happy with the outcome eventually. Then it was the end of day 18. Day 19, I carried on with farm duties, building my barn and all that stuff. I was filling in the gaps of the spruce wood after I collected it the previous day. Added stairs to give it a little texture. And then I was making the roof. I ended up messing up the design, and I ended up fixing it. As you can see, the first prototype, I tried to make it an up and down effect, but I don't know how to do that yet in Minecraft. So I'll definitely try and learn how to do those types of roofs. But then I ended up deciding to just flatten it up, to just go up straight with the stairs. I'm pretty happy with this roof outcome. I think it looks pretty good. It took me quite a lot of days to make. I used oak for the roof, and I did the effect with the stairs to go outwards one, and then one on top and one at the bottom. And then that was the end of day 19. Day 20. This is almost the end of the video, as we're just 5 days left. I proceeded to try finish the roof, as this is one of the biggest projects I've done in the whole series. I added more and more to the roof. I'm doing the back side of the roof right now, finishing it off with some last details, and I needed even more spruce wood for what I was busy doing. I then looked through my chest, looked around, and my inventory is still messy. I don't think I've cleaned that since day 5. Collected my iron from the furnace which I was smelting, and I made some more torches for my barn. And then that was the end of day 20. Day 21, you know what I'm doing. I'm carrying on with my barn. I then shoveled the inside to make it seem like it's a barn, not just an over-glorified big house. I also needed some fences, which I ended up getting. I wanted to get pigs, cows, and sheep in this place. Chickens will get their own smaller build, because I don't have enough space in there really for all of the animals. I then went on a mission to find some cows. I found 3 cows and a sheep, which was pretending to be a cow. I got rid of it. They did not want to cooperate and get into the barn. I realized that was too small, and later on I was going to get rid of the divider and give the cows that whole space to work with. I needed more wood and also leaves for my barn to give it the overgrown effect. I got my wood. This all has been happening on day 21, which is a very eventful day. I used the oak logs as stabilizers on the top of the roof to give it an effect, to make sure the roof doesn't fall down. As you can see, it's slowly getting dark, but I went back to see if I can add more and what I should finish off the build with. Turns out I'm actually finishing my potato farm. I get the potatoes and scurry back to my house, as this is the end of day 21. I quickly add some more lights in case a creeper doesn't come and kill me. I slept. Next is day 22. 22, I carry on with the barn, but it's almost done. I'm pretty sure today is the second last day, so the barn gets finished on day 23. I collect sand to get it smelt into glass as I jump on my bed, ready for the glass. I'm like, that looks too small. So then I end up extending them by 2 more, and 1 more on both sides. I also thought that it would be nice if I had a window on the front, just so it doesn't make it look like it's too cluttered and that we need some natural light coming into the building. I then made a mistake by accidentally putting the trapdoors before the dirt, which was my mistake. But then I quickly went back to the house as it was the end of day 22. I slept, excited, waiting to finally finish off my barn. Day 23. I announced to the text that it was day 23 and tried to place dirt. Then I realized the mistake I made the previous day of the trapdoors. Broke them, went down and placed my dirt. I was missing 1 dirt, and I quickly got that from the hill next door. Placed my dirt, and then a creeper exploded and destroyed some of my potato farm. I fixed my potato farm and placed the trapdoors and flowers. I think this place is looking pretty good. I then proceeded to add the leaves as finishing touches for my barn. I added, my mix of leaves were spruce, birch, and oak leaves. I placed leaves on every place of this build because I feel like it was definitely missing something, and I'm pretty sure this is what it was missing. The spruce leaves actually added a cool effect. Here you can see me showing you guys what I did these full 23 days. I then did a little bit of farming because I needed to feed my cows to get more baby cows. Planted my wheat, and then it was day 24. As you can see, day 24 is not popping on the screen, but it will in a second. I did a little more mining for some coal, and I found more diamonds. Yes! I found 2 diamonds, which is just enough for my enchantment table. That's a good way to end off this episode, is to get 2 more diamonds. I then ran down to get some obsidian for my enchantment table. I only need 4, so this won't take too long. I need to quickly get rid of that lava before it killed me. I then got all of the obsidian I needed for this space. Ran back up to my house and made the enchantment table. Wait, oops, forgot. I need a book. So I got the paper, and I also needed to kill a couple of my cows. Poor cows. I killed the one, didn't drop any leather. Killed the other, dropped some leather, but I didn't get the meat. So I quickly went back in, and just for safe measure, killed another one. This was just enough. I made the enchantment table. It was magical. I was trying to decide where I should place it, as it was the second last day of this episode. I decided that I should place it in the barn on the roof, on the supporting planks. But then I thought I need more oak logs to make it look better. So I got the oak logs I needed, and I was going to use them to make a crisscross pattern on the roof. Not on the roof, in the roof. And the next 25 days, I'm definitely going to get bookshelf. I was checking out what I could get, but nothing good. Went down and just checked out my base just for the last little bit. You could see my beehives ready full of honey. I didn't want to disturb the bees on the second last day. This world has definitely progressed a lot since day one, but there is still so much more to do. So you should definitely wait and check out for the next episode to see what happens in the series. Now just enjoy everything that I built. And there it is. I sleep for the last day on day 25. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, click the notification bell to make sure you never miss another video. Thank you and goodbye.